Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have here is a 2021 Subaru Impreza Premium 5-door. This Impreza 5-door is painted in crystal white pearl. On the key, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. The front door panels have storage areas with bottle holders, and you get power windows, locks, and mirrors. The premium trim comes with cloth seats, and this one features the black interior color scheme. Front seats are manually adjusted. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. The Impreza is Subaru's entry in the compact segment, targeting established rivals like Corolla and Civic. And, pun very much intended, this Subaru has indeed amassed quite the legacy. That's because the Impreza has enjoyed much success in rally racing, making the Impreza one of the first cars to come to mind when you think of rally cars. The Impreza is also famous for its high-performance WRX and STI variants, which saw some of the tech and characteristics from the mighty Impreza rally cars trickle down into the production models. Eventually, Subaru spun the WRX off from the Impreza to be sold as its own separate model. Anyhow, as of the 2024 model year, the Impreza is now in its 6th generation. This 2021 we have here represents the 5th generation of the Impreza, which was sold in North America from model years 2017 through 2023. The 5th gen Impreza rides on the Subaru Global platform, and was in fact the first vehicle to do so. Two body styles were offered, those being a 4-door sedan and a 5-door hatchback, the latter of which, of course, is what this one is. The 2015 to 2021 Subaru WRX was not related to the 5th gen Impreza, and rather was still based on the outgoing 4th generation. Anyhow, the 5th gen Impreza also provides the basis for the 2nd generation Subaru Crosstrek, which is basically an Impreza hatchback with more rugged bodywork and raised ride height for better off-roading capabilities. The US market 2021 model year Impreza was offered in 4 trim levels: Base, Premium, Sport, and Limited. All 4 of these trims were offered in both the sedan and hatchback body styles, with the Impreza hatchback being branded officially by Subaru as the Impreza 5-door. There was one sole engine offered in the Impreza for 21, which was a 2-liter flat 4-boxer with 152 horsepower. As for transmissions, you had 2 to choose from, a 5-speed manual or a CVT automatic. The manual, however, was only offered on base models and also hatchback variants of the Impreza Sport. Needless to say, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system is offered as standard across the range. In the instrument cluster, we have 2 analog gauges, which are your tachometer and speedometer, and then the rest is this digital info display, which can be gone through via these buttons on the steering wheel. And a little detail right here, see that Impreza right there? Well, if you hit the brake pedal of the actual car, the brake lights come on there. Anyways, got your tire pressure monitor, average fuel economy, that kind of stuff. And then you hold down this button, you go between all sorts of settings. And then with this trip reset button, you can go between trip A and trip B. It has a 3-spoke design, multifunctional steering wheel. You do have sport grips. And as for controls, on this side you have your aforementioned information display controls. Then above it you have your hands-free phone and voice command controls, and then up here are your audio controls. And then on this side you've got your cruise and adaptive cruise controls, along with lane keep assist, following distance, as you can see, for adaptive cruise. And then with these two buttons, these correspond to your Subaru Intelligent Drive System, or SI drive, which basically consists of two different drive modes: S for Sport and I for Intelligent. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. Your panel dimmer, traction control, climate vent for the driver. On this side is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, up top you have a little info display, digital interface with your outside temperature, digital clock, that kind of thing. Then coming down here you have your touchscreen infotainment system, central climate vents. This infotainment system we'll go over a little bit more in a bit. You still have a CD player, notably. Right here are some of your physical radio controls, volume, power, tuning knob, and then you got some various shortcut buttons corresponding to the infotainment system. Got your hazard switch. And right here you have a set of single zone climate control. Right here we have a little bit of a storage area with a 12-volt power outlet, 2 USB-A ports, and an aux port. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. Just behind the shifter you have your 2-stage heated front seat controls. Nice thing to have on this mid-range premium trim level. Parking brake is hand operated. And you have 2 cup holders. And you have a center console, and in it is another 12-volt. Glove box is lockable. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and extensions. Manual dimming rear view. And on the overhead console, your passenger airbag indicator, overhead lighting, roadside assistance, and then you got your toggle buttons for your lane departure alert and forward collision braking. Grab handles at all 4 corners. And finally, here is that touchscreen infotainment system that you get in the premium trim of the 21 Impreza. This is a very simple system to use, actually. Got your home screen, also some shortcut buttons corresponding to some of these buttons. You have phone, so you can pair a phone, Subaru StarLink. Settings, you can do your general settings, sound settings, phone settings, and vehicle settings. Go to radio. Your sources are AM, FM, Sirius XM. And so you got Bluetooth, the option for that, and you still have a CD player, which a CD player is not a very common thing to find in a 2020s decade model year vehicle. This will probably be one of the final ones. But anyways, we got apps, My Subaru. One of them is Sirius XM Travel Link, if you got a subscription to that, and then Subaru StarLink. And back to that media screen. No nav or anything like that in this trim, but it's a very straightforward, simple system to use. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are fully automatic. Stepping to the premium trim level got you this set of 16-inch two-tone black and machine-finished alloy rims. The 21 Impreza is powered by a Subaru Boxer 2-liter naturally aspirated flat-4 engine. It's an all-aluminum power plant with dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and dual-active valve control. Horsepower is rated at 152 at 6,000 RPM, while torque is rated at 145 pound-feet at 4,000 RPM. Power is sent to all 4 wheels via Subaru's patented symmetrical all-wheel drive system, and the transmission in the premium trim is a Lineartronic CVT automatic with manual shiftability. Running on regular unleaded with a 13.2-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for an Impreza like this one are 28 mpg in the city and 36 mpg on the highway. It uses a McPherson strut front suspension and a double wishbone rear suspension. Stopping the Impreza are 4-wheel disc brakes with ventilated front discs. Curb weight for this one is somewhere around 3,100 pounds. Roof racks. Back door panels also have storage with bottle holders. (60/40) split folding rear seats. Front passenger seat does have a map pocket on the back. Coat hooks back here. Space back here. I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat adjusted for myself. Headroom is not too bad. Still got about an inch to spare. Legroom, footroom is pretty good, and legroom is just about adequate. So considering this is a compact car, it's a reasonably comfortable back seat to be in. Single exhaust, rear wiper. The Impreza 5-door offers 20.8 cubic feet of space with the rear seats up, and 55.3 cubic feet after folding them down. And as you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2021 Subaru Impreza. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.